Kondo-san.
Once upon a time, everyone woke up to screams on the farm.
My eggs! My eggs!
Inventor Goat heard the screams and ran to the chicken coop. She was shocked at the sight. All the eggs were gone, and there were colourful balls instead.
That wolf will pay for this.
Inventor Goat looked around. The chicken coop door didn't appear to be broken, and everything seemed to be in place.
What makes you think the wolf did it? Who else could it be? You ladies should leave so that I can check the place carefully.
Inventor Goat examined everything using her magnifying glass. The little goat found a smudge of paint, hoof prints, and a hair strand on the wires.
It can't be the wolf.
Inventor Goat shared her findings with the hens. The hens were surprised.
I need more time to make sure I am on the right track. I'll go over the clues again. Don't worry, I will find your eggs.
At that time, the clueless wolf was sneaking in the window to steal the eggs. He hid behind the bales of hay and gathered the colourful balls as he mistook them by eggs.
Wolf, what are you doing here? It could get ugly if the hens find you here. Go away from here now.
The wolf didn't care and continued to take some eggs. At that moment, the hens came into the coop and saw what the wolf had done. They got angry.
Ouch! Ow! Hey! Don't touch me! Help! Help it!
The animal farms were about to punish the wolf when Inventor Goat shouted.
Stop! He didn't do it. He didn't?
I didn't?
No. The one who took the eggs is Stylish Goat. The hoof prints, the piece of cloth, the smudge of paint on the ground, it all points to her.
The animal farms were curious. They decided to find Stylish Goat. She was the one who took the eggs. She was actually decorating the eggs to surprise the hens to celebrate Hens Day.
I thought I would finish decorating them on time. I'm sorry if I frightened you. I was very careful not to crack the eggs. I didn't realize what time it was.
What did I take then? Empty shells? Happy Hen Day, ladies!
Are you still here? Chase him, girls!
Guys, help! The wolf trapped us in balloons. Press here, then here on your phone or tablet. Download our game and rescue us. We are waiting for you.
Once upon a time, Inventor Goat was working on a very important experiment. She was extremely careful.
If I add 1 drop to this salty water,
The experiment didn't go as expected. On that day, the wolf was secretly watching Inventor Goat. He was happy to see her experiment was not successful.
If I can make the same type of explosion at the lake, I would surely get a lot of fish.
The wolf entered Inventor Goat's lab.
It's such a beautiful day. Don't you want to work on your experiment by the lake?
Inventor Goat really liked the idea. She thought it would be nice to get out. The little goat got the test tubes and the wolf grabbed the salt and pepper. They headed to the lake.
We can have a barbecue. We'll add some salt and pepper. Delicious.
When they arrived at the lake, Inventor Goat tried her experiment again.
the water should get clear when I pour this mixture, but it hasn't worked yet.
Don't give up. Just keep pouring. Oh boy, I'm getting hungry.
Inventor Goat went to the lake with the test tubes and left the wolf behind. She poured some mixture and then some more.
Nothing happened. What's going on?
Hooray! It worked! I needed to do it in fresh water instead of salt water. Yippee! I need to go back to the lab now.
The wolf was upset. He didn't understand what had happened. So he went into the lake. He was still holding the salt shaker in his hand.
I don't understand. Why didn't it work before? Oh no.
Once upon a time, there lived a family who had a daughter named Cinderella. They were a very happy family. However, once their kind-hearted mother suddenly passed away, their happiness came to an end. Cinderella's father married another woman soon after. The woman had 2 spoiled and spiteful daughters. They were just as unkind as their mother. They all came to live in the house. Cinderella now had 2 stepsisters and a stepmother. Everyone loved Cinderella, who was incredibly kind and beautiful. She had long blonde hair, ocean blue-coloured eyes, and delicate feet and hands. She was a girl who enjoyed helping everyone around her, cooked delicious meals, loved plants, and protected animals. Out of jealousy, the stepsisters made sure to make Cinderella's life miserable. They made her do all the housework and used her as the housemaid. Her only friend was a tabby cat. When she finished her chores, she would take her cat on her lap, sit by the fireplace, and tell him about her misfortune. She always told him how much she missed her mother. That's why Cinderella was nicknamed Cindercat. Unfortunately, soon after, her father died too. The stepsisters and stepmother gave Cinderella a room in the attic.
You can't stay on the same floor as us. You're better suited up there. Please, let me and my cat get warmed up by the fireplace.
Only after we go to bed. The ashes of the fireplace should be enough for you. Your clothes are ripped and torn. We don't want to see you around. Poor Cinderella accepted her fate. Every night she would sit next to the fireplace and try to warm herself with the cinders left in it. One day, a soldier stopped by their home to invite all girls who were of age to marry to a ball at the palace.
Our king is to leave his throne to his son. The only condition is for him to marry a suitable girl. How many girls are there in this house who are of age?
Joyously, the mother presented her own 2 daughters.
I have 2 beautiful girls.
Then who is that girl that I see in the kitchen wiping the floors?
She's a housemaid. How could we bring her to the palace?
It doesn't matter. I must write her name down as well.
Even if you write her name down, it won't matter. She has no clothes or shoes to wear. Go ahead, write it down.
Cinderella begged her stepmother.
Please, give me one of my sister's dresses, so I can come too.
No, you will not go. You will clean the floors until we come back. Do you think the prince will choose you over my daughters, the Cindercat?
The 3 of them mocked Cinderella and chased her away. Finally, the day of the ball arrived.
Ooh!
All dressed up, they went to the ball and left Cinderella behind. Cinderella cried hopelessly. Right at that moment, a glowing fairy appeared before Cinderella.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the ball.
Who are you?
I'm the good fairy who helps kind-hearted girls. Your mother has sent me here to help you. She is watching over you from above. Let's get to it. Find me a large pumpkin and 6 mice.
Ouch, 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 don't hit me, I'm sick and tired of these goats hitting my head. Come on, download our game and show how fast you are.
Cinderella did what the fairy asked of her right away. She brought the pumpkin, and the mice in her room, who were already her friends, came running to help. With the wand in her hand, the fairy turned the pumpkin into a fantastic carriage. 4 mice into white horses, 1 mouse into a coachman, and 1 into a footman. Finally, it was Cinderella's turn. The fairy touched her head with her wand and turned her into a wonderful princess.
Remember, don't stay past midnight. The spell will break after 12 o'clock. You must leave the ball before 12. Good luck!
Cinderella got in the carriage and went straight to the palace. As soon as she entered the ballroom, everyone stared at her and held their breath. They were curious to learn who she was. She must be a princess from another country. They asked themselves who else would arrive in such a magnificent carriage and wear exquisite jewels. The prince, who saw Cinderella, came up to her immediately.
My lady, will you dance with me?
With pleasure, His Royal Highness.
It was love at first sight. The prince danced with Cinderella all night. The king and queen also really liked Cinderella. This girl would suit us and our palace as well. She's noble and beautiful. We have found our bride. All the other girls at the ball, including the stepmother and stepsisters, were huffing and puffing with jealousy.
Where do you come from? Where do you live? What's your name?
Time passed by really quickly. Cinderella, who saw that it was almost 12 o'clock, left the prince unexpectedly and ran out of the palace. As she hurried down the palace stairs, she lost one of her glass shoes. But because she was in such a hurry, she left it behind, got in the carriage, and went home. At exactly midnight, everything turned into what it was before. The prince, who had run after Cinderella, was in complete shock. He hadn't been able to catch up to her, but he found her glass shoe on the stairs. When Cinderella came home, she was surprised at what she saw. The house was sparkling clean. There was even a hot soup brewing on the stove. The fairy had sorted this out too. When Cinderella went to her room, she was very sad.
But what now? I'll never be able to see the prince again.
Don't worry. Everything will be okay.
Meanwhile, the prince thought only about the beautiful girl who had run away from the ball.
I must find her. I will take no other as my queen. Tomorrow we will try this shoe on every girl's foot that attended the ball last night and across the city. If the shoe fits someone, then that girl will be my queen.
The next day, soldiers walked door to door and asked all the girls who had attended the ball to try on the glass shoe. Everyone wore the shoe with excitement, but it didn't fit anyone. Finally, it was time for Cinderella's home. Everyone was incredibly excited. The stepsisters spent hours massaging and creaming their feet in order to shorten them. And they locked Cinderella in the attic. Yet, the shoe didn't fit either of the sisters' feet.
Come on.
Just as the soldiers were about to leave, they heard a sound from upstairs. Cinderella had managed to catch their attention by knocking down a cupboard.
What's that sound? Who's upstairs?
The house cat. There's no one.
No cat can make such a noise. Don't lie. Let's go upstairs and have a look. Immediately.
Huh?
They got Cinderella out of the locked room and asked her to try on the glass shoe.
Oh.
The shoe fit perfectly. Cinderella showed them the other pair. The soldiers knew that they had found the princess and ran to the palace to deliver the good news. The prince joyously arrived at Cinderella's house and recognized her right away.
Will you marry me and be my princess?
Having received the answer as yes, He took her to the palace.
Everything
Cinderella
happened just
told him
like I
about
told you,
everything
my
that had
prince,
happened to
and
her.
everything was fine.
I am
They got
so
married
happy
with a
to
wedding
be your
lasting
husband.
40 days and 40 nights. The first thing Cinderella did was to have her tabby cat brought to the palace. They lived happily ever after, and the good fairy looked over them at all times. Once upon a time, long ago, there lived a lumberjack with his children by the edge of a faraway forest. The son was named Hansel, and the daughter was named Gretel. The lumberjack's wife, the children's mother, had died, so they were going through very hard times. As they were also a very poor family, they survived only on the herbs and fruits that they collected from the forest. The children never complained about the situation and always tried to support their father. One day there was a knock on the door, and a woman holding a huge bottle of milk appeared before them.
I've come from the neighbour forest. My house burnt down and I have no place to stay. I've also brought a cow with me. If I give you this bottle of milk and the cow, could I stay with you?
The father and children happily accepted this offer. At least they were now going to have a cow that could give them milk every day. After some time, their father married this woman, yet their impoverished life continued. One night, as the children went to bed, husband and wife started arguing, but Hansel was secretly listening to them.
Look at us. How can we feed the kids like this? I'm helpless. I don't know what else to do.
Well, I actually have an idea that could benefit us all, but I don't know if you'd accept. Tomorrow, let's take the kids to the forest and tell them that we're going to collect wood and we'll light a fire. Give each of them a loaf of bread and leave them there.
Don't be ridiculous. I love my children. How could I abandon them?
Don't worry. They're a lot older now. They can take care of themselves. When our situation gets better, we'll search for them. If not, all four of us will starve to death.
Hansel was a very smart child, so when he heard his stepmother's plans, he secretly left the house to collect pebbles. His mother that had passed away taught him this. She had told him that the shining pebbles at night will show you the way. In the morning, their stepmother woke the children up.
Hansel, Gretel, wake up! We're going to the forest. We need to collect wood for fire.
The first thing Hansel did when he woke up was to put the pebble stones in his pocket. As they walked to the forest, he secretly dropped the pebble stones to the ground. They headed all the way into the depths of the forest. When they stopped to rest, their stepmother and father lit a fire, put some bread next to them, and started to walk away.
Children, you rest a little by the fire. Me and your father will collect some wood and come back.
Their father was very sad, but helplessly he followed his wife towards the path home. He turned his head and looked at his children for the last time.
I will get my kids back at the first opportunity.
The children watched and watched their stepmother and father until they were out of sight. Realizing that their stepmother and father would not be coming back, the tired children fell asleep by the fire. When they woke up, it was very late and the moon was glowing brightly.
I'm so scared, brother. What are we gonna do? I don't think anyone's coming to find us.
Don't be scared, Gretel. The pebble stones I left in the moonlight shine brightly. We can follow them and go back home.
The children walked all night long, and finally they arrived at their father's home. The pebble stones had shown them the way. Their stepmother that opened the door stared in surprise.
What were you doing in the forest till this hour? We looked all over for you and couldn't find you. I bet you were being mischievous and hiding somewhere, weren't you?
Ouch! Oh, ouch! 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 Don't hit me! I'm sick and tired of these goats hitting my head! Come on, download our game and show how fast you are!
Thus, pretending and fooling the kids. The father happily hugged his children.
Thank heavens you've come back. My eyes are swollen from crying all night.
But their stepmother wasn't giving up easily. Her only goal was to get rid of the children. She asked them how they had found their way back home, and Gretel told her everything one by one. Now that she knew how they came back home, she locked them in their room that night. That night, Hansel couldn't go out to collect pebble stones. The next day, they went to the forest again. This time, since Hansel didn't have pebble stones, while he was walking, he was dropping the breadcrumbs in his pocket onto the ground. The same thing happened, and the children waited by the fire once again.
I'm so scared, Hansel. It's very dark again. Let's go back home.
Don't worry. I couldn't collect pebble stones, but this time we'll follow the breadcrumbs that I dropped.
But when they set off, there were no breadcrumbs, because the birds had eaten all of them.
But where's all the bread?
They went in and out everywhere, but they couldn't find the way.
No way! What are we gonna do now, Hansel? Think of something, and I'm so cold.
Okay, Gretel, don't worry. First, let's find somewhere to warm up. One way or another, we'll find the way back home.
Both completely frightened and exhausted, they found a hollow tree and got inside to warm up. They fell asleep hugging one another. In the morning, they kept walking around the forest, not knowing where to go. 2 days passed by. Whichever way the kids went, they just couldn't find the way. Later, they saw a bird on a tree branch.
Oh, look! What a beautiful bird! It's as if it wants to say something to us. Do you think it'll show us the right way? Let's follow it.
It was a big, magnificent blue bird. The children, forgetting how tired they were, started following the bird. They saw that the bird had landed on the windowsill of a house.
Wow! What a beautiful house! It's as if the bird is calling us to come.
Come on! What are we waiting for? Let's go! We might find something to eat!
When they approached the house, they were completely baffled. It was a beautiful house made entirely of chocolate, cake, and candy. The windows were made out of cream, and the roof was covered in colourful candies. They started biting away at the house and tearing pieces off.
I'm going to tear off a little from the window side, Gretel. Delicious!
I'm curious about the candies hanging from the roof.
You should taste the doorbell, too.
This way, they filled their bellies with cake, sweets, cream, and chocolate.
Hey! Anyone there?
Yoo-hoo! We're here!
Helplessly, they decided to sit and wait by the door. A little while later, a sweet-faced, lovely woman holding a bag walked into the garden.
Oh, it seems I have guests. Welcome. My bluebird gave me the news a few minutes ago, so I came as fast as I could.
We're sorry. We've eaten a few things from your house without permission, but me and my sister have been really hungry for 2 days.
It's okay. My house is very special. The parts you have eaten grow back right away. Come on, go inside. You must be cold. Also, if you don't have a home, you can stay with me.
That night, she had them sleep in wonderful beds. And the next day, she prepared a delicious breakfast. Actually, this beautiful woman was an evil witch with treacherous plans. When she went to wake up the kids, Hansel and Gretel, who saw a horrifying witch in front of them, were screaming and wanted to escape from the room. But the witch captured Hansel and threw him in a cage and locked the door. She then threw Gretel into the kitchen. Ha 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 ha! You stupid kids, you fell for my house made of candy. Go on then, cook the meals that you and your brother like. Get fat, so I can feel my belly more when I eat you. Go on and get started. Since both children were incredibly clever, in order to not get fat, they only ate enough to survive. Gretel threw away the food on her plate when the witch was not looking, and Hansel hid the food in his jacket and trouser pockets. Gretel, come here. Let's see if you've gotten any fatter. The witch first picked up Gretel to check her weight. You're such a skinny girl. You think that by staying like this you'll manage to free yourself from me? The witch pulled Hansel from his jacket. As she was checking him from outside the bars, the food in his jacket and trousers fell out. The witch immediately realized what was going on. You thought you could trick me, huh? I changed my mind. I'm not going to wait until you get fat. I'm going to cook you both in the oven today. Let this be your punishment. Ha 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 ha! She was so furious that she kept banging herself into things while she was strangling around the house. Because the witch was actually blind. It was then that Gretel realized that the witch couldn't see. She was by the stove both crying and also planning on how they can escape. Gretel, come here, quick! Take a look at the big oven in the kitchen. Tell me, is there enough wood inside? The fire was burning hot, but Gretel tricked the witch.
The fire's about to go out, my lady.
Then throw in more wood. Quick!
That oven door is stuck. I can't open it.
What a useless girl you are. Skinny and useless. Here, it's this simple. The witch then opened the oven door. The heat of the burning wood hit her face. What's going on? You said there was no fire. The witch stretched her hand out towards the oven to understand what was happening. Taking this opportunity, Gretel pushed the witch into the oven with all her might. When the old witch fell into the oven, she closed and locked the door. The witch's screams could be heard from all around. Help! Help! Gretel opened Hansel's cage and let him out. Both siblings hugged each other tightly. They were very happy.
My dear sister, well done! We're now saved because of you! Gretel, come on! Let's see if we can find something to use at home before we get out of here.
They wandered around the house together. There was a door to a room that the witch never allowed to be opened. When they opened it, they saw a chest full of jewels.
Let's fill our pockets right away. We'll have jewels instead of food this time.
They quickly got away from the house and entered the forest. It was as if all the paths were familiar. Finally, they saw their house from afar.
Father!
We're here.
The father that opened the door happily hugged his children. He was so happy.
Children, I have some news for you. Your stepmother got ill and passed away. I made a huge mistake by listening to her. Please forgive me. I've missed you so very much. I regret everything.
We've missed you too, Father. We missed our home and beds too. Now we can forget about everything and be together.
They took the jewels out of their pockets and gave them to their father. Their father stared with surprise.
What are these?
We're no longer poor. We're rich.
Father, we have so much to tell you. You have no idea what we've been through.
That night they sat by the fire and chatted till morning. The bad days were left behind, so they all lived a happy and peaceful life.